know why. Captain Encarne has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologists before the Tirânidos completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data.
Orders confirmed, Magos. Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
Might request additional armaments for that Trigon.
Take heed, Viridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter him from attacking. For now.
The Trigon stalks us, waiting for an opportune moment to strike.
Form up and move.
Make haste with singular purpose.
Changing magazine. Clear a blast rating. Our weapons would barely scratch that kite.
Indeed, Viridian. Unless the Tyranid Barrow devours the target, its extermination is not mission critical.
Detecting Tyranid presence. Synchronize movement and press forward. Fresh magazine in.
Inactivated maneuvers.
Speed up and stay close.
Reposition and refocus.
Reloading. Trigon assault incoming!
lift station lies just ahead, Viridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Demetrian's keep.
Affirmative. Securing efficient transport now.
Target is rallying reserve forces. Halt it! No assistance will be coming.
Astartes, I have summoned the transport lift at the request of Magos Gallio. Remain patient. Transport lift inbound.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
This is not an ideal rally point. We must keep moving until the lift arrives.
Transport lift status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
It's never run slow. Really, isn't this little?
Arming melter bomb. Now this is fire.
Rally at the lift.
We are allied. Swapping magazine.
Magazine received eradication. A reminder.
Fiber bundle
Prioritize
failing.
as quickly as possible. Preparing disciplinary report. Stabilizing traumatic wound. Advanced tactic ready. We are committed to this cause.
Demetrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio-Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Magos Gallio, can you analyze this servo skull?
Viridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
Irritant signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. It changes nothing.
The morose servo skull is not our problem.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Magos biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Demetrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta 6 if you ever speak to him again.
That Trigon is a greater threat than a malfunctioning servo skull.
I hereby order you to turn your weapons on each other.
I have never encountered a servo skull malfunction like this before. Servo skulls serve the Imperium beyond their lifespan. Remember that, brothers.
Out, you damn ceramite clad ticks.
The thickness of these walls should provide ample time for the recitation of the battle business.
Do not trust the Xenos to have their time while we elude it. Rearming.
The Tirânidos will digest your flesh as biomass.
Obtaining arms.
Gathering supplies. the biggest tyranny I have seen.
We're not intimidated by its revolting carnage. I was worried you had fallen victim to Demetrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the unaccompanied sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Demetrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and stall in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
Heard and acknowledged.
The Residius system will be your tomb.
Moves to intercept us.
Multiple Xenos encountered.
Astartes, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Granted. Exercise
Munition shipping nearby.
melter charges.
Eradicate the Xenos crawlways with the melter charges. The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation.
Melter charge deployment approved. Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos.
Turn back.
To place melter charges on the Xenos swarm spots.
Sterilize these burrows of Xenos.
The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation. Broke the Xenos onslaught. Fresh magazine in.
Your brothers think you are
Melter munitions obtained.
storage X.
Annihilate Tyrannid rally points.
Melter fire will
Cauterize and fuse their tunnels shut.
All specs ready to scan.
Select preferred method of execution.
Place melter
Decapitation,
charges on the
desiccation,
Xenos swarm spots.
defenestration, dismemberment, disembowelment, drowning, dissection. Would you like to hear more?
Seal the Xenos infested chasms for the thermal method.
sterilize these burrows of Xenos.
Melter bomb.
It was behind you.
Xenos infested chasms for the thermal method.
Hive substrate
Demetrian, cowering in her data enclave.
Gallia, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to thews of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have
Digest your flesh as biomass.
that I must drag you back into the light.
Swapping magazine. Out of round. Disgusting tyranny scum. Reloading.
Your magic's reach is a beacon to the Tirânids, drawing them closer and closer.
Artificial impact. Changing magazine. Check your aim. Swapping magazine.
You are pawns of a redundant system gridlocked by bureaucracy and blinded by flesh face.
I am airborne ready.
I am but a humble brain, patched into a mining facility, and nothing more. What reason exists to pull me from recording biomass coalescence data firsthand? I pose no threat to Gallia or the Imperium, even if I should fall.
Disconnect her synaptic tethers from the facility command terminals. Stand firm. I expect her to rout Xenos to assault your locus. Hold this territory.
Specs prime. Ammunition cache here.
Commencing signal disruption.
Pathetic tyranny abomination. We have terminated this console's uplink. Secure that console uplink. Cowards hide in shadows, so we must restore the light. We must retreat momentarily. Source a power cell so we can restore visibility.
I beseech you, Galio, bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good prox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the might grows, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astarte shall die here. Imperium has left.
Fresh magazine in.
Within the sphere of console negation.
Prospects deep scan ready.
Jump pack refuel.
Resupply.
We darkened this console, brothers.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hopes. These tender thoughts of Astartes' flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, pests. Silence! Brilliant! Confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational grey matter.
The pulpous grey matter is in our grasp, maidens.
Pilot, Viridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Viridian.
Threshold secure. I await you.
No telling what surprises await.
No storms shall delay us any longer.
Warspec scan confirms this is the correct vector. Swapping magazine. Changing magazine. We are allies. Poison twists in my innards.
Remember this lesson.
My thanks to you, brother. Changing magazine. Stay close and sharp.
The Imperium demands the Trigon's extermination. Target lock on its vulnerabilities. Sterilize these burrows of Xenos.
Purify the area of the chittering hordes. The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation. Charges. Obliterate every last odious scourge!
Multi-charge deployment approved.
Purify the area of the chittering hordes! Place melter charges on the Xenos swarm spots! All specs ready to scan. ways with the melter charges. Place melter charges on the Xenos swarm spots.
Melter charge deployment approved.
Obliterate every last odious scourge!
Melter fire will cauterize and fuse their tunnels shut. Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos presence. Obliterating Xenos life forms as ordered.
The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation.
Annihilate Tyrannid rally points. Sterilize these burrows of Xenos. Utilize melter tactics to negate Xenos presence.
Purify the area of the chittering hordes! Place melter charges on the Xenos swarm spots! Immediate strikes! Picking up extra rounds.
Trigon kill confirmed. My congratulations, Meridian. Mission is a success, despite the odds.
Megos, how well did you know Metrian?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.